Hello fellow Helldivers, Thornton here out at a Renaissance fair, which is actually pirate themed. It's a little bit, different than usual. But that being said, we're going to be talking about how we are going to be going to Cyberstan and also how we're going to loot all of their booty when we finally get there. We're going to go over all of that, but without further ado, let's jump into today's topic.
All right, fellow Helldivers, we got a lot to talk about today. We got a pretty big new leak from the newest data miner that's making waves in the storms, and that is Dripku, who let us see a brand new mission type, which is destroy automaton fleet ships. And that's the background footage you guys are going to see right here. And there was some information that he gave on the Helldivers Discord server that I can actually go ahead and share so you know a little bit more about how this mission works alongside the gameplay. The first thing you're going to want to know is that the ships do have about 6k health, which means you could actually land on it with a drop pod and destroy it. It will probably be changed a little bit in the near future, and that also this is going to be likely something that comes in for factory worlds. So when we finally do make our push towards Cyberstan more and more, this is something that's likely going to be popping up. That being said, he did also let us know that there's no confirmation that this will be coming soon. That could mean anything from it launches next week with an invasion on Cyberstan, or we could be waiting 3 or 4 months. That's pretty much how every data mining leak goes. Nothing ever comes in right away. There was also this really cool image he shared of investigating a rogue research station, which is a super Earth research station that has gone silent. It may have come under the influence of the Illuminate mind breaking, which is something that seems pretty interesting. Get down there and see what you can find out and prepare for anything. There's also an additional mission that does seem to be in the game files right now about automaton body grinders. We got to go ahead and fill the backpack, activate filling station, which is just kind of a little bit dark and morbid. And we're going to go ahead and play some of the background gameplay footage of the new mission type so you guys get an idea of what it is, while we go over some other stuff about Cyberstan that looks to be coming with this. It does look like there is going to be some cool stuff coming with Cyberstan. A lot of people have already kind of caught on, as there's a Helldivers post right here. Have you not realized we are going to Minotaur to liberate bot mines? We're going underground on Minotaur. Bot combat in the side of mountains. Get ready, Helldivers and Helljumpers, let's win this. And while I do think it'll likely, be a mine kind of thing, I kind of just imagine them repurposing the bug caves, as they've already introduced that gameplay component, and they're going to kind of do the same thing with automatons, but it won't be that much different of a structure. I mean, I don't think that they've done 2 massive cave systems for different enemy types. The automatons will just get a cave system. In fact, there's a lot of information about this already. As it was actually posted and pointed out, cyborgs are actually trapped in the mines of Cyberstan. They are not eradicated. The information is confidential and is for Helldivers only. Source is actually the democracy officer on your, ship. And this makes a lot of sense. The Mines of Cyberstan, in case you guys aren't familiar with the first Helldivers game, it was originally the home of the cyborgs during the First Galactic War, where they were defeated and then locked up in the safety of the mines of the planets, where they remained until the invasion of the Second Galactic War by the automatons, who have then since taken the planet and most likely actually released them from the mines. We don't really know that much, but we do know we are going to be going to Cyberstan, invading the homeworld, and it might actually be the first homeworld invasion of any alien species we do. So let's go over what information we know about it. Democratic Statistics on Twitter actually went ahead and posted something pretty breaking. Super Earth's activity reported on Cyberstan. Sea troops have reportedly landed on Cyberstan with mysterious goals. No, the planet has returned to normal, but what could this mean? And when we look at some of the images, we see Sea reinforcement, planetary control impact per hour. Along with that, the enemy is scattered. The planet is ripe for swift liberation. And for some odd reason, it even shows one Helldiver there actually deployed. In fact, the homeworld of Cyberstan, there's been gameplay uploaded on YouTube. It was taken down by Sony actually, but it does show the Illuminate homeworld, and it will have megacities there as well. Iron Sights has shown new images of new Cyberstan. You can see it right here with the lightning, and we're going to go back to this in a little bit. This is a bigger image right here. He did want us to also know that while he was exploring some planets, and I thought he would show what new Cyberstan currently looks like. This is what Cyberstan becomes once it is terraformed by the bots. This will be more complete once bot cities are properly added. But that's not all. We have talked briefly about Cyberstan. We are even going to be able to take a look at it. It's a little interesting because it isn't what a bot megacity Cyberstan you're thinking of is, but let's go ahead and discuss it. Apparently right now in the game, certain hackers or people that are able to get into the files are actually able to go to new Cyberstan and check it out. So we are going to be getting megacities. It shows 3 cities there for Cyberstan: Scholar, Blestrail, and Hildara. Insights has pointed out that the automatons are also building their own super weapon Death Star thing, which is going to be pretty key for us. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is with the E711 now being synthesized to make dark fluid, which a lot of you probably have seen in the Credit Kelly broadcast, Also covered that in another video. This is likely going to lead to the Clendath 2 event, which is something we've been waiting for a very long time. Ironsights actually let us know that it's going to be a special event tied to the planet that will result in a biome change. During this event, a large blue-green planet appears, illuminating the surface of the planet, and the event is similarly set up to how the Meridia black hole was. So it's the next big thing, and it's about a year after the whole Meridia thing happened anyway, so it kind of makes sense that we're finally getting a big new event like that. And well, we actually have some gameplay of the planet, and it's much cooler than just the planet itself because, well, Ironsight showed us the APC footage, which is probably the next vehicle. It was re-added into the game recently, and the planet he's actually testing it out on appears to be Clendath 2, so I'll play a little clip of that. There are going to be even more new faction types coming in that are going to expand even further on the automatons and really going to give us a hard time, and we're going to break down exactly what they are in the game files right now. Now, there's been a lot of speculation. A lot of people on the Helldivers League's Discord are saying that they think the next plot point will probably deal with the bots being reinforced by the Iron Legion, which is actually mentioned in the latest data mine strings. We'll make progress towards Cyberstan, but in the near future. Now, Cyberstan is a planet we are likely to go to in the near future. There is a planet banner right here that you can see. It is an icy, snowy, desolate world. It is the home of the bots. In fact, it's also shown in the game files, once again, thanks to Ironsights, where there is a bot homeworld that we will be going to. There's also an Illuminate and Bug homeworld and a bunch of other maps there. But before we actually get to the bots, it looks like we're going to have to deal with the adversary of the new automaton enemy types. And interestingly enough, there is actually a bunch of things in the file, such as the Legion for the automatons, which is a dark and dastardly stronghold of the automaton Legion. Then there's the Phalanx division, which is very similar to the Greek Phalanx. At least that's what my thought process is. A Panzer division, which is, most likely going to be more armored enemies and tanks, obviously. And an assault division that operates here. Expect shock troops that close the distance fast. And then at the very bottom, once the stronghold of the cyborg traders, New Cyberstan is now ruled by the Automaton Legion. Everyone who's ventured in the region has been forcibly converted into a cybernetic slave, sent back with orders to murder those that they love, which, is us, fellow Helldivers. Now, Ironsights was able to show us some renders of the Iron Legion. They are these chrome-looking ones right here. I assume that they're more heavily armored, and there are some illegal broadcasts that he pointed out that also show this big chrome unit as well, which does look like a bigger version of a Hulk. Interestingly enough, there is a human-like Hulk in the files that was uploaded to the Helldivers Discord. This one is absolutely massive once again, and Mouse TTV let us know this is called the Automaton Lieutenant. He claimed that it is the first boss, currently the only unit with a boss tag. Weapons include chainsaws, rocket launchers, cannons, machine guns, and flamethrowers. All things that the automatons have used, so you might be wondering, well, this doesn't seem that crazy. There was also some other things in that thread that I wanted to go over as well. We talked slightly about helmet bonuses, but according to the unpacked contents, the helmet does not have attributes, but it has passive attributes and skills like armor. It is battle hardened, ammunition support, field engineer, field medic, testing machine, fire support, and hero. But now that we've gotten to the end of the gameplay where the ship gets blown, let's go ahead and actually listen to it explode.
Request approved. On its way now.
Let me know down below, guys. What are your thoughts on Cyberstan, the invasion, and what's coming next? Also, don't forget to check out the video in the top left corner where I cover news on Helldivers 2 on the daily. And until next time, everyone, thanks for stopping by. Keep trying to manage democracy.